Sally's Midlife Adventures, Part 4, Manor of Ghosts. Emma and Sally looked at each other in shock as the realization dawned on them that Emma's Tom, who she had known for 20 years, could actually be Thomas, the boy from the 1700s. "Do you think it's even possible?" Emma asked. "Surely I would know if there was something strange about him." "It's entirely possible, Emma. Think about it. Tom always insists on staying on his own. He rarely ventures out, and when he does, he's always back at his house before morning. You have mentioned that in a few venting moments, if you remember. Perhaps he's afraid of some weird consequences occurring if he ventures out too long. Maybe he gets thrown back in time or something. Or perhaps he's just afraid of totally committing to a normal life with you. Because face it, nothing about all of this is normal. This is wild." Sally mumbled under her breath, deep in thought. Uncle Dan must have found the sigil for a time travel portal. That could be extremely dangerous if anyone ever found out. Do you think anyone found out? Do you think Uncle Dan died of natural causes? Oh my goodness, this is getting very real, Emma, and possibly very dangerous. Emma looked at her friend with deep concern at first, but then a smile appeared on her face. "Sally, I know this is a lot of information in the few hours I've been here visiting your beautiful inherited manor. However, consider this advice from me. We need this adventure, as dangerous as it may be. Let's discover its secrets together, no matter what. Life is too short to worry about death. If we die, at least we will have died on the greatest adventure of a lifetime. Let's do this, Sally. I have felt like I've been aging considerably fast lately. One day I was young and full of energy, then suddenly one day I woke up, looked in the mirror and saw a middle-aged woman staring back at me. Graying, tired, strange pains developing, bloating, as if I'd sat on Tom's bicycle pump and there was no loosening valve. Thinning dry hair resembling the back end of a horse's tail. I love horses, but I don't want to become one. You of all people know how hard a horse's hair is. Geez, my forehead looks like it's overtaking my hairline. My morning sleepy dust has changed to crusty rocks, as if some mini miners have been excavating my eyes while I've been asleep. My toenails now have ridges like train tracks. I've become a mini miner's paradise. My skin is so thin and scaly it absorbs body lotion like some desert after a rainfall. My facial muscles seem to have shrunken and look a bit like streaky bacon covering a bony, scary, hollow face, propped up by sagging turkey-like neck. My beautician now waxes my neckline instead of my bikini and armpits because my wiry hairs have now migrated to the back of the neck of an ostrich. I'm an ostrich. Soon I'll be growing feathers. Just think, you can use them to make a dream catcher to hang in one of your bedroom walls. My energy is non-existent. Energy. What energy? What is that? I must say though, our latest discoveries have made me feel alive again. Oh, Emma, you do realize you're seriously over-exaggerating now. Why are you always so hard on yourself? Stop criticizing your body. It's fully functional and gets you around. You need to look in the mirror and thank it for bringing you this far, Sally quipped to her traumatized friend, trying to throw some positivity at her. I agree, getting old is definitely not for sissies, and women seem to have received the bad end of the stick for sure. Thankfully, we are here for each other, and I'm so thankful to have such an awesome friend like you. We will get through this together. Besties till the end, I promise. My foot that was crushed in a tractor lever 30 years ago acts up like crazy when it's about to rain, just like your foot that was ridden over when you were 19. The beauty of all this was that we healed up and can walk without a limp, which I've always found was miraculous. I feel for sure that the holistic healing I received from the old man, Henry, who owned the farm I lived on at the time, helped a lot in opening up my mind to healing powers. Seeing my crushed foot as healed on my trip to the hospital, seeing it as whole and not broken. Henry drove me and spoke all the way, getting me to visualize my foot as being whole. If scary broken foot images appeared, he told me to wipe them away, visualize a whole foot. X-rays revealed not even one broken bone. The doctor took 2 sets of X-rays just to make sure. All the ligaments in my foot were torn, however, and he wanted to put a cast on it, which I refused and asked him to rather strap it up. Henry did holistic healing over my foot every morning, and I was walking within 2 weeks without crutches. The mind is more powerful than we can imagine. You know that too. So with that all said, it seems we have forgotten how powerful we both are, because we both have minds, Emma. We just need to remember, think holistically, and I totally agree with you. We need to follow this adventure that's been sprung on us. Let's make a pact, Emma. Let's see this through no matter what. Now let's get some sleep. It's been quite a start to our weekend. My butler James has made up the cozy pastel autumn bedroom with the balcony. Just for you, third one on the right from the stairs. Your bags are already there. Sally and Emma hugged each other in total agreement, excited and scared, yet ready for whatever may come their way. James the butler was up early the following morning. Aromas of croissants baking in the oven, percolating coffee, garlic, onions and mushrooms being fried in olive oil came wafting through the manor. Sally was also an early riser, so she ran downstairs, grabbed a couple of mugs, threw in some freshly brewed tea for Emma, coffee for herself, and arranged with James to bring breakfast to Emma's balcony in 15 minutes. Sally raced upstairs to Emma's room, swung the door open gently, carefully placed the cups on the bedside table, opened the curtains, and jumped onto Emma's bed, shouting excitedly, "Wake up, sleepyhead! Tea has arrived!" Emma groaned at the unexpected morning wake-up call, but smilingly accepted the fragrant warm tea. "Wow, still the early bird, I see," she mumbled between sipping the lavender tea. "This is different, but decidedly tasty tea. So what's on the agenda for today?" "Well," Sally answered, "after breakfast we can go and say hello to my horse Cashy, if you're up to it. She loves it here. Then I'll show you the stone that started everything. Do you think Tom might be interested in a bit of a chat sometime? I'm intrigued to see if he really is Thomas." James knocked on the door and placed the delightful breakfast on the wooden balcony table. "Come, Emma, let's eat," Sally exclaimed excitedly, almost drooling at the aromas wafting through the room. It was such a delicious spread. They both wanted to try everything. Croissants were Sally's favourite, so she piled on some homemade strawberry jam onto the warm, oozing buttered croissants and took a slow, enormous bite, savouring all the flavours as if she had all the time in the world, which she did, of course, for the first time in her life. Emma opted for the freshly buttered toast, piling oodles of creamy scrambled egg and mushrooms, fried in garlic and olive oil, sprinkled with freshly grated cheese. "This is so delicious," Emma exclaimed. "I might just move in permanently," she laughed. A little later, Sally and Emma were dressed in jeans and t-shirts and running down the hill to visit Cashy, Sally's much-loved horse. Two kids at heart, it seemed so easy to feel young and act crazy in this beautiful country air. Cashy nuzzled Sally's hand as she ate some much-welcomed carrots. She always tilted her head up, pulled her lips back, and showed her teeth in such a comical way when she was given treats, as if to say thank you, making Emma erupt in laughter. Emma strolled a little further to some beautiful willow trees. She noticed a carving on one of them. "Sally, come and look at this. It's a name carved on this tree. Looks quite old." She slowly traced the carving in the tree to see if she could feel the letters. "It looks like an A, M, B, E, R. Amber. Who is Amber, I wonder? Oh, and look, Sally, there's a slot. Do you think—" "Absolutely, Emma," Sally exclaimed as she removed the emerald pin, pressed the stone, and whooshed the familiar green haze as it transformed into a beautiful dagger. Sally inserted the tip carefully into the slot in the tree and fell backwards in a gush of energy as another hologram appeared. This time it was of a beautiful woman, dark blonde wavy hair cascading to her shoulders, slender, athletic but curvy body. She had an off-shoulder boho top on, tucked into tight-fitting pants with a wide belt and the familiar dragon buckle. Her eyes were a striking green-brown, which seemed to almost glow golden in the light. Of course, she had amber eyes, hence the name. She knelt down over a figure of a person who seemed to be injured, put her hand over the man's wound, and a green glow seemed to seal it up, just as Sally had healed Emma's arm. The man sat up. It was Tom. Just then, soldiers crashed through the door. There was a bright circle of light, and Tom and Amber vanished. The hologram vanished, and Sally removed the dagger, pressed it, transforming it back to her emerald pin, and stuck it back on her t-shirt. "Whoever Amber is, Tom clearly will be able to tell us, Emma. It seems there's more to Tom than meets the eye, and somehow you must be an important part of this puzzle too, if you guys have been together for so long. We need to get hold of Tom now." Emma looked slightly perplexed, not knowing what to think anymore. "I suppose you're right, Sally. I just don't understand. Why only now? Why would he keep us from us for 2 decades? Probably because we would never have believed him and would have had him committed, Sally replied. Also because my dragon powers only started now, so we would first have to experience all this before he could attempt any explanation. Sally and Emma walked slowly through the meadow, chatting about the possibilities of it all, and suddenly realized they'd come across an old graveyard. Wow, Emma, look, there are really old gravestones here, mostly broken, but we might still be able to make out the inscriptions, Sally noted as she brushed off some leaves and dirt that had gathered on the stones. James Wheatley Fulton, born 1880, died 1923, sadly missed by his wife Anna and son Chester. And look, here's his wife, Anna May Fulton, born 1884, died 1945. Here's Chester Wade Fulton's headstone, born 1902, died tragically by drowning in 1944. I wonder if his mom died of a broken heart a year later. I know I would have been desperately heartbroken if I outlived my child. Anyhow, let's get back to the manor and see if we can research some information about this place and the people who lived here. Oh my great golly, Sally, I've just had the weirdest thought. No way, that's not possible, Emma mused, half in shock but intrigued at the same time. Your butler's name is James, your chef is Anna May, and Chester is your gardener. You don't think, could there be ghosts stuck in this world? Anything is possible at this point, Emma, Sally breathed back in utter disbelief. Emma, I think you'd better sit down. I've just found another headstone. It reads, Here lies Thomas Peter Wallaby, born 1701, died 1716. Sadly missed by his mother, Angela Beth Wallaby, and father, Darwin William Wallaby, owners of Wallaby Manor. Rest in peace, son. It's Tom, Emma. He's a ghost too.